today we'll be talking about some ideologies that I had as a kid that right now I have outgrown. Yes, a lot of them. When I was a young lady growing up, when you go to primary school, you go to secondary school, from secondary school to university. Once you graduate from university, the first focal point is marriage. Marriage is not a woman's greatest achievement. Oh my days. Nigerians, there are so many things out there a woman can get for herself but marriage. So if you see someone who is not married, the first question you should probably ask, start from the basics. Do you want to get married? So I met this guy. He's a single approaching 50. And when I met the guy, this one is centered around this current trend of the lady Ochanya Ogbanje. Not everyone who gives birth to a child is deserving to be called a parent. You know, when I was younger, they would say, Igbo men are good. They're the best. They treat women right. Yada, yada, yada. I wanted to marry an Igbo man because of all the things I hear. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but me, spend 1 naira on a man, God forbid. It's not possible. Hello my gorgeous people and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, you are welcome. My name is Cheta and I create content in Abuja, Nigeria. You are in the right place. Make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, okay? To my returning guys, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support. I do not take you guys for granted. I appreciate every single one of you, okay guys? Please subscribe if you have not. We are trying to get 100k and I know I can only do it with your support, okay? So guys, please subscribe. I need that flag. And yeah, without a lot of yapping, let's jump straight into today's video. So guys, today we'll be talking about some ideologies that I had as a kid that right now I have outgrown. Yes, a lot of them. For context, I am Nigerian, so get seated because you're going to hear a lot of things, like you're going to learn a lot. Just grab a glass of wine and sit down, or grab juice, grab drink, grab popcorn, and just let's chit chat. A lot of them will be centered around marriages, of course, because I am Nigerian, of course. Yeah, so I will start off with this very first one. Not every relationship must lead to marriage. Yes. Now, what do I mean? There's some relationships that you get into that are just maybe friendships. There's some that are just a learning curve, like a learning process for you. I mean, not every relationship must be an outcome of actual marriage. There are so many relationships that I was in that I'm thankful that I was there because it helps me grow. It helps me learn a lot. Like, it helped me build a lot of things here and there. So I'm not saying that, don't get me wrong, I am not saying that you should enter into a relationship not expecting to get married. What I am saying is that when you enter into a relationship, see it as a learning curve, an opportunity to better yourself, to be the better version of you for the next relationship. Learn all you can learn. Of course, expect marriage. But have you heard this saying where they say that in a relationship, whenever a woman thinks about marriage, it's normal, but when a man thinks about marriage, it is solid. So as a woman, really, you cannot control if you'll marry that guy or not. You can be with someone forever, for 10 years, and it doesn't end up in marriage. So just take it as a learning curve, learn a thing or two, see where you made mistakes, realign, and yeah, on to the next one if it doesn't work out. So yeah, every relationship doesn't necessarily have to lead to marriage, okay? Now, another one I want to talk about, still under the topic of marriage, is that after school is not marriage. Guys, when I was a young lady growing up, of course, a young Nigerian lady, it was like a thing of, when you go to primary school, you go to secondary school, from secondary school to university. Once you graduate from university, the first focal point is marriage. I had that mindset. There was time I thought that, I'll get married at 20 once I'm done with university. But my darlings, after school, there is a lot out there in the world to achieve but marriage. I'm not saying, of course, if it's your lifelong dream to get married after school, knock yourself out. Personally, I feel like a lot of people are just pressure to jump into marriage after school, not because they want it, but because of the societal standards and the pressure from family and friends. So know that there is a life outside marriage, right? After school doesn't come marriage. After school, there are jobs, there are new opportunities, there are avenues to grow yourself. Marriage is beautiful, of course, but let it not be the primary thing you carry at the top of your head after school. Go out there, make a living, hustle, and achieve things for yourself, okay? Yeah. Now, the next one I want to talk about is marriage is not a woman's greatest achievement. Oh my days. Nigerians. Like, if a woman comes out successful today and maybe she has a lot of money, she has a lot of businesses, she's doing well for herself, the next thing you hear someone say, but she never married. And it now makes it like water down her hard work. Marriage is not all in all, okay? Marriage is not a woman's topmost achievement. Of course, marriage is beautiful. You people should not get me wrong, because I know you people on these social media streets know how to misinterpret people. I'm not saying marriage is bad. I'm not saying marriage is not good for a woman, but it is not a woman's topmost achievement. There are so many things out there a woman can get for herself, but marriage. So people should stop making it look like marriage is all in all. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, don't get me wrong, but it's not the beginning and the end for a woman, okay? Yeah. Now, the next one is marriage is not for everyone. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but not everyone is interested in getting married. Not everyone is interested in having a family, and that is totally fine, okay? So if you see someone who is not married, the first question you should probably ask is, do you want to get married? Not, why are you not married? Are you selecting? Start from the basics. Do you want to get married? So I met this guy. He's a single approaching 50. And when I met the guy, I of course, like, it's questionable. Oh, he's turning 50 very soon. He's in his late 40s and he's not married. And typical standard people will be like, why are you not married? But the first question I asked him is, are you interested in getting married? And when he said he is, that wasn't an hour for that to ask him, so what happened? Do you get? So you guys should try to not assume that everybody is you. Everybody can never be you. Not everybody is interested in getting married. Not everybody gives two shit about getting married. Some people are just fine being okay. And even the Bible is not against it. If you don't want to get married, you can stay on your own. Everybody is not defined or destined by marriage. Of course, don't be expecting to do the marriage things, like maybe having sex. That's what God is against. But if you want to stay on your own and not get married, there are reverend sisters, there are reverend fathers out there. Do you, my darling, okay? This one is centered around this current trend of the lady Ochanya Ogbanje. Yes, she's trending on social media right now because of how her auntie, her uncle and her cousin raped her and made her fall sick. I'm sure you've seen the story. It's trending in Nigeria now. She has not gotten justice 7 years later. And that brings me to this conversation. Not everyone who gives birth to a child is deserving to be called a parent. Some people are just surrogates. Unfortunately, that's the reality. Some people are just child carriers. They do not have any attributes of being a parent. In fact, I know so many people that are more of a parent than the parent that actually gave birth to the child. So not everybody who gives birth to a child is deserving to be called a parent. And that Ochanya's mom is an example. Like, neglecting your child, I don't know what to call it, really. Your own blood. She's her flesh and blood, her sister's daughter. So not everybody who brings a child into this world is deserving to be called a parent. Unfortunately, some people are just, they born that girl. Now the person will bring her, now ain't born her. She's not really like the mom, because do you know what it means to be a mother, a father? Some people are not deserving of that term. So yeah, not everybody is deserving to be a parent. I think that's just one thing that I have grown to realize, that not everybody who gives birth is a mom. There are people that are single without a child that are more of a mother and a father than some people's mother and father that brought them into this world can ever be in this entire world. So yeah, not everybody deserves to be called a parent, okay? Now, this one, I have grown to realize it. It's a very common thing in Nigeria. Follow who know road. Now who know person they place for right places. You do not need to know someone to succeed. I am a living proof of that. I'll call myself a success, unfortunately, whether anybody agrees or not. Okay? And like I said, nobody gave me the pathway. No family member plugged me in. Nobody showed me the way. I hustled and tried and struggled, and God brought me this far. So there's this ideology that a lot of people feel like, if you're not well connected, you cannot achieve anything. That's a lie. So people feel like, as a content creator now, let me bring it down to this level. if you're not friends with influencers, if you don't collaborate with one or two influencers, you cannot make it. I am sorry, my darling. I am like that. I never collaborated. In fact, when I tried, I was ignored. So you don't need people to succeed. All you need is your hard work, your effort, and God, and you are good to go. So whoever is watching this and you feel like, they say Nigeria connection. Yes, connection, fine, it works. But have that mindset. Whatever you believe works for you. I've always had that mindset that I do not need anybody to succeed, and God has always made it such that every phrase and every step of my life, I have never needed anybody to handhold me, to be the one to push me to the next level. He has been the one to do it divinely, and I return all glory to him. So I'm just here to tell anybody who has that mindset stuck on you need people to succeed. You do not need anyone but yourself, your hard work, and God, okay? Now, another one that I used to have when I was growing up, or I used to think, is that titles equals respect. What do I mean? When you refer to someone as sir, ma, ma'am, you respect them. I've grown to the level in my life where I'm fine calling you, refer to me as Cheta, but just respect me. Respect is pretty much knowing your boundary, knowing what to say and how to say it and when to say it and where to say it. Okay, there are a lot of people that be like sir and be very disrespectful, derogatory, demeaning. So respects are not title. I don't know who needs to hear this, but yeah, know that you being called sir or ma does not mean that that person respects you. It only means it is a title, okay? Whoever respects you will respect you, even if they call you Cheta or they call you whatever it is that your name is, okay? Always have that at the back of your mind. Now, another one I grew up experiencing is that, you know, when I was younger, they would say, Igbo men are good. They're the best. They treat women right. Yada, yada, yada. I wanted to marry an Igbo man because of all the things I hear. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but my darling, there is no specific tribe with a good person, whether it be man or woman. Human beings are generally good people if they want to be, no matter the tribe that they are. I've seen amazing Igbo people. I've seen terrible Igbo people. I've seen amazing Yoruba people. I've seen the worst set of Yoruba people. So my darling, it has nothing to do with tribe. It has everything to do with the personality involved here. So always have it at the back of your mind that tribe has nothing to do with a disrespectful fellow. Okay? Now, yes, this one, a lot of women have come out to address it, but I'm going to just reiterate on it, okay? That ideology that a woman does not need to have her own money to survive. Someone once told me, Cheta, you don't have a problem. You're a woman. Last, a man will marry you and take care of you. In this day and age, in this day and time, 2025, nah, you can't be doing that now. My dear, that is in the past, okay? As a woman now, you need your money. You need your income. You need to work hard. You need to take care of yourself. Of course, if your man has money and he wants to take care of you, you get. But it shouldn't be that you're totally relying on a man, and if a man doesn't do anything for you, you can't take care of yourself. If you're under that mentality, I remove you from it in the mighty name of Jesus. Women now need to work. Men need their money. A man can take care of you, fine, but have your own money. They call it vex money for a reason. Have your money. Take care of yourself. Do what you need to do for yourself. You don't have to depend on someone for finances. Nigeria is not even in the state where a woman will sit down and fold her hands and wait for a man to be taking care of her. Nope. So please, there, women, go out there and do things for yourself, okay? Leave men alone. Their money is just an additional. Your own is your own, okay? Always have that at the back of your mind, all right? Now, this one, I saw it a lot growing up. I had aunties that did this. They did not spend their dime on their children. So, what do I mean? If they want to buy clothes for their children, their father must be the one to bring money. They want to buy food for the house, their husband must bring the money. They want to buy Maggie in the kitchen, their husband must bring... Like, you don't spend a dime of your money on your children. God, I had a couple of aunties that did that thing when I was growing up, and it was so disgusting. As a woman, if you're picking not chop your money, who wants chop them? Like, if you're picking not chop your money, who wants really chop your money? So, as a woman, if you're that kind of woman, because I know I've seen, like, I don't know of just one, I know at least 3 when I was growing up. I knew like 3 growing up. If you're a woman and your children don't eat your money, everything, and your father, that's why they have a father, you are a problem. Your children are there to eat your own money, not just their father's money. So, learn to spend on your children. Take care of them. They are your children, not his children. They are the both of you's children, okay? So, let your money touch their skin. Not everything. If their father doesn't provide, you will not do. That's toxic and terrible. If you have that mentality as a woman, you need prayers, okay? Now, another one I have grown to realize, or I've grown to realize that it's just a gist, is stereotypes are only stereotypes. Human beings are human beings. You see that thing they say, even people like money. Yoruba people, they are dirty. Hausa people, they don't know how to cook. All those things are just stereotypes. They are not real. They are just stereotypes for a reason. When you look at someone who is from a tribe, don't just label them by what you said. Now, let me give a scenario. There was a time when I heard a lot of negative things about Ebonyi people. They're not good people. They're this, they're that. Oh, no offense if you're Ebonyi watching this. I see a lot of negative things, like all of that. Then I met this person. He's from Ebonyi State. And believe me when I tell you that he was the best soul I had ever met in my life up until that instance. Imagine I carried that mentality, Ebonyi. I wouldn't have even built a relationship with him to get to know him to that level. He's from Ebonyi. He's one of the most amazing people like I have met on this earth. So stereotypes are stereotypes. They are not real. Human beings differ. A stereotype is just a collection of what they think and what they say. It's not really a direct reflection of what these humans stand for. So always have it at the back of your mind that a stereotype is a stereotype, and it's called a stereotype for a reason. Don't judge people but based on stereotypes, and try to give people benefit of the doubt. Allow them to be human. Allow them show you that they are under that stereotype. Of course, there are people that have stereotypes and they actually show you that and prove to you that they are under that stereotype. But don't just conclude. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Allow them prove to you that they are really under that stereotype or they are not. I think that's just rocket science. That's not rocket science. It's just standard. Okay. Now this one, I used to have that mentality growing up because of what I'll see and hear and know, all of that. That a man, I cannot spend on a man, or I cannot take a man on a date, or I cannot do cool things for men. This is 2025, ladies. I'm not saying go and bombard the man with money, and the man is not reciprocating and you are still throwing money at him. Don't get me wrong. You meet a man, he takes you on a date, maybe the first time, the second time you can say, okay, come, let's go on a date, I'll pay. You get me? You meet a man, he buys gifts for you, he does nice things for you, he shows you a nice gesture. You cannot see something maybe like a shirt or a tie or something cool and buy for him and reciprocate the favor. Like, learn to be open-minded. I'm not saying that. And you could even be the first person. I've taken men on a first date before, like, be the first person to take you on a date, pay for the date and all of that. There's really nothing there, right? It only becomes a problem when you now want to use the money to control the man, to love you and be in a relationship with you. That is when it becomes a problem. But taking a man on a date is nothing. There's nothing there. Spending on a man, there's nothing. Buying gifts for him, there's nothing. It's a normal phenomenon. It now becomes a problem when maybe the man now wants to fold his hand and let you become the one doing everything in the relationship. That is where the red flag begins. But don't have that, because I know a lot of ladies, me, spend 1 naira on a man. God forbid. It's not possible. I know so many ladies like that. In this day and time, please, it doesn't make sense, okay? Like, get over it, okay? Now, this one, gender roles in marriages. What do I mean? The woman is the one that's supposed to be the one taking care of the children. The man is supposed to go and hustle. The woman is supposed to cook. The man is supposed to be the provider. All those things are gender-based roles in marriages. To me, don't exist. Whoever is able to do it should do it. If a man can take care of his children and be the stay-at-home dad, if that's the dynamics that works for your family, knock yourself out. If it's the woman, that's fine. If the woman has more money than the man and she's being the one able to spend more on the family, that's awesome. If the man is the one that loves to carry children and be around children or loves to cook, great. If the woman is the person that loves to wash the cars and do whatever, awesome. Gender roles in marriages do not exist, okay? You guys should stop projecting things that have been in existence 10 years down the line. Like now, in this day and time, you see men being primary caregivers of their kids. What do I mean? They're the ones at home with the children. They're the ones that stay at home dads. Very common, the women out there working. If that's the dynamic that works for your family, do it. Me, I don't believe personally in gender-based roles in marriages. And this also applies to kids. I grew up in a family where the women are the ones cooking. The women are the ones cleaning. The men are the ones that maybe wash car. They are the ones that, all those things are. Now everybody knows how to cook, everybody knows how to clean, everybody knows how to wash car, change meter. There are no gender-based rules. If you need something, you need to start go and learn it as a woman. All those things are, no, I can't do it. It's my husband, it's my brother. I can't drive. Go and learn that there is nothing like gender-based roles in marriages and in family dynamics. You people should go and do what works for your family, okay? If you have a man who wants to be a stay-at-home dad and you as a woman prefer to work, knock yourself out. People will talk in Nigeria, but if that's what you guys want, do you, man. Just do you, okay? Another thing I've grown to realize that is an insult on my person as a woman is that phrase that you hear people say, Sassy, they talk like woman. Please, what do you mean by that? Not be every woman they talk anyhow. Sure, you know, get some men we talk anyhow past woman. So that thing people will say, me, I even use that phrase at a point in my life. I'm not even going to like, Sassy man, they talk like woman. What do you mean by that? There are women that are calculated. There are women that don't talk like mad people. That phrase pisses me off right now at this stage in my life. Because what the heck are you talking about? Have you met some men? If they open mouth here talk, you go be like, please, that thing that they talk like woman, I don't like to hear it. It's an insult to me as a woman. I don't want to hear it. So please, it's not even funny. And a lot of women use that phrase and it's so annoying. So if you know you're a woman and you use that phrase, you're indirectly insulting yourself. Please, I don't talk unnecessarily too much. So that thing where they say they talk like man, I don't want to hear it, please. You know, another one I've grown to realize that it doesn't make sense. You see that one where they say, a cheating partner will change or this person will change. Once a cheat, always a cheat. Human beings don't really change. I don't know. Why is it that you people don't listen? Why would I know they hear word? Human beings do not change. Hello. So stop deceiving yourself and saying, no, he will change. When I marry him, he will start acting right. You are lying to yourself. Tell yourself the truth right now, okay? And stop lying to yourself. So guys, I mean, there are so many of them, but these are the ones that are just at the top of my head that I can remember. But if there are any ideologies that you had growing up as a kid that you feel like doesn't make sense, you grew up and realized that they were lying to you, share them in the comments. I would love to see and hear everything you had to say. If you have opinions about my own comments and what I think, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear, okay? Yeah, so before I wrap up this video, guys, I would make a shout out. As you guys already know, I try to shout out small YouTubers, small creators to give them a push in the little way I can, because when I started on these YouTube streets, I struggled, and this is the quota that I'm giving back to my community, okay? So yeah, today's shout out goes to at Reality with Presh TV. She said, extremely helpful. Your words have really inspired me and has really motivated me this evening, because I was seriously thinking of giving up because the engagements are not encouraging at all. But listening to you, I guess I have no option but to move on. She's talking about the video where I talked about things that will help you as tips around content creation, basically things that you need to know as a content creator and all of that, basically. She's also said, thank you so much for your words. They've really gone a long way. Please give me a shout out in your next video. I really appreciate it. I am a lifestyle content creator, all about food, life vlogs, my kids, and general life of a mom of 3, okay? So yeah, you guys should go and support at Reality with Presh TV. She's a mommy vlogger. She does all the mommy vlogs, content creation. She does stuff around food, the lifestyle. Yeah, go and support her, okay? And if you want your own shout out, do let me know in the comment section the name of your channel and what you do. Please don't just drop the name of your channel and say, I want to shout out. Oh, what you say is, hi, my name is Cheta. I am a lifestyle creator and a travel creator that is based in Abuja, Nigeria. Please, I would love a shout out. Put context to your message, okay? And you get a shout out in the next video. And guys, please go and support Presh TV. Like I said, it's difficult to grow here. So in any way that you can support any growing YouTuber, please support by subscribing, dropping them a comment, tell them you're from Cheta's World. Just do something nice for them and God bless your kind heart, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Let me know, did I miss anything in the comment section? What are those things that you used to think were real ideologies, but then you outgrew with age, okay? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you guys next week for another conversational vlog, okay? See you in my next one. Bye.